All right. We are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast live on the GSMC Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Obviously, every Monday through Friday, I'm here, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm here to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling. So, yeah, just going to reflect on what we talked about. We had our WWE Monday Night Raw review, my WWE NXT preview, which is happening right now. I have it recorded. We are almost an hour in. I haven't checked a single shred of Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or TikTok. No, it's, what is the other thing? Twitter. Twitter. Well, that's not Twitter anymore. X. I did see, kind of update by God, what's his face? The guy who created the Cybertruck. I'm just kidding. But have you seen those around? I'm not a huge fan of the Cybertruck. I got to be honest. Looks like you're driving like a Porygon or something like that from Pokemon. It's kind of crazy. But if you do own a Cybertruck, I'm not talking crap on it at all. I think it's cool. Good for you. Thousand helping out the environment. Love it. Like it. I love it. Like it. I love it. So, but overall, it does look a little ugly. You gotta, I'm just kidding. No. All right, moving on. This is a wrestling podcast. We're not talking about cars, although a pretty tough car would be probably the 57 Mustang. Sure, I'm just kidding. No, I'm sporting Mustang. I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's talk about Asuka signing a long-term deal with the WWE. I'm happy for Asuka. I feel like she deserved it. I feel like she deserved it. And like I said before, Monday Night Raw needs a huge revamp in the women's division. She comes back, takes over Damage Control. They feud with the Pure Fusion Collective, which is dying. It's dying before it even, spread its wings. And I'm not, Sonya Deville throughout her career in WWE, she's had promising starts. She was in, what was it? Fudge. With Mandy Rose and Saraya, no Paige. Absolution. She was in Absolution once when Paige was forced to retire again. And then you had the tag team between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. It's kind of fell forward. Sonya Deville as a superstar, as a single superstar, kind of fell forward. And now once again, third time is a charm, not for Sonya Deville. This is failing as well. And it's sad to say. Sad to say, I Sonya Deville, she's cool. She's cool, man. It's all right. Zoe Stark is great. I love Shayna Baszler. I feel like Shayna Baszler has been one of those NXT talents that has been widely underused. Once again, showing how WWE creative under the Vince McMahon era did not know how to handle Shayna Baszler coming out of NXT, a two-time NXT World Women's Championship holder. But this Pure Fusion Collective thing, it's not working on Raw. With WWE, women's factions usually don't really last. Damage Control was pretty great. But you're kind of seeing right now between Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi, it's working. But overall, I want to see Asuka come back as a single superstar. I do not want to see her compete with the Kabuki Warriors once again. Obviously, maybe you could have that angle where you have Io Sky and Kairi Sane win the WWE World Women's Championship. Maybe have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair finally, go at it with each other, because I feel like those two should be WWE Women's single superstars. After watching Bash at Berlin, I was like, you know what? And I promised you guys, and I'm sorry I had to go back on my promise. I promised I would never, talk bad about the group again. But I feel like it's good for WWE. I feel like it's great for WWE. Just imagine having, if you're a manager, imagine having these two coworkers that'd be like, oh man, if these guys were, on separate shifts, the business would be better. But they refuse to, to break up. They refuse to kind of be apart from each other. And overall, the business kind of takes a sink. And in the women's division right now, Bayley returned after she hasn't been seen on SummerSlam. Tiffany Stratton is constantly flirting with, cashing in the Money in the Bank with Nia Jax. It needs something different. It needs something different. Needs something better on SmackDown right now. And all of WWE besides NXT. NXT's killing it in terms of the women's division. But overall, I feel like it could be 1,010%, get a lot more viewers in terms of the increase on, between that demographic between 19 and 41 years old. But I don't know. But anyways, so let's talk about Asuka. Asuka signed a WWE contract, which is great. I love that for her. Obviously, she's dealing with a knee injury as well. PW Insider reports that Asuka has signed a new long-term deal with WWE. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. In May, Asuka posted a vlog on her YouTube channel saying that after the European tour, she needed to get a treatment for her knee, and it's been hurting for quite a while. And you know, she was announced for Queen of the Ring. She was ultimately replaced by Dakota Kai due to injury. She definitely has another women's championship run inside of her. I believe that 1,010%. Whenever you see Asuka in the match, is WWE ready for Asuka? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Asuka had a lot of opportunities in the past, and she's capitalized on a lot of them. She's won the Women's Royal Rumble. She's won the Raw, SmackDown Women's Championship. She's been basically the face of the women's division, low key. Of course you have Bianca Belair, and of course you have your Charlotte Flair and your Becky Lynch. Those are honestly only the three superstars that I could think about that are probably better than Asuka. I have yet to see Jade Cargo in like a singles, match. I'm not saying that she's not good. She's the longest reigning TBS champion in AEW history. Maybe, well, of course, before Mercedes Moné probably takes it over, which she will. Tony Khan loves her himself some Mercedes Moné. But Asuka, I think she's great. I think she's great. Kairi Sane, Io Sky. I read a report that maybe she might turn heel and go against Io Sky and Kairi Sane, but I think that would be stupid. That would be highly like you bring her back just to knock down her confidants, and people are expecting a huge comeback with the tag team that you have of Damage Control. It'd be kind of like shooting yourself in the foot before you're trying to run a marathon. It'd be awful. It would be 1,010% awful to see Asuka, kind of go on her own a little bit. Although I do think she has the capability of being, on her own, kind of like that lone wolf. Kind of, when I found out she was injured, I was devastated. I was devastated. I ultimately picked her to be the WWE Women's Queen of the Ring. And then finding out she was injured, I was devastated. Once again, WWE, the women's, and the men's injury reports where you had CM Punk, where you had Drew McIntyre. And, the roster was better than what you saw on Raw and SmackDown, which is kind of sad. But Asuka's also not drafted to any kind of brand. She confronts Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship, which would be awesome. Obviously, I feel like Liv Morgan cannot lose that belt against Rhea Ripley. If Rhea Ripley wins the championship at Bad Blood, I don't know. I feel like that'd be bad. I feel like that'd be bad for the WWE. That's just my opinion, of course. I think overall you're going to see a rematch between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship in the future. Maybe WrestleMania 41, Las Vegas. You have to sell out Las Vegas. When you think about Las Vegas, you think about all the stars shining bright, all the stars up in the sky. Every notable name in terms of WWE will be at this event. And this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And Charlotte Flair would just add the whipped cream to the top. Would be the whipped cream to the cake. What is it? Macho Man Randy Savage? Cream of the crop. To the top. Yeah, like, I'm just kidding. But I would love to see Asuka kind of pursue a role better than just, go into Damage Control once again. She kind of led that rebellion against Bailey. Maybe she finds a way to maybe they do away with Asuka on Damage Control. Maybe she debuts on SmackDown. That could happen. Confronts Bailey one-on-one. Be like, hey, I'm next in line. I'm the one who rubbed you out of Damage Control. We plotted something against you, and then bam, that's how that happens. And then Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax kind of have a feud, from there on, kind of moving forward. I feel like that'd be pretty good. I feel like that'd be pretty great. But what WWE cannot do is, they can't afford to have a bad booking for Asuka. Asuka is a talented superstar. She's the face of the women's division, especially during the pandemic. Once when you had, you know, I don't know if any of you guys saw that wild women's Money to Bank match at the WWE headquarters. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty awesome. You saw, Carmella freaking out. You I don't know, I just thought it was great. I just thought it was great, and she won that championship match, only to find out the belt was inside, not a contract, and Becky Lynch, well, she left for maternity leave, and that left a lot on Asuka's shoulders, and I feel like overall she delivered. I feel like she delivered, losing the match against not Bianca, losing the match against, Charlotte Flair. I don't know. I had my I don't know. I don't want to say I had my doubts because I knew it was going to happen. I was like, all right, Charlotte's black. Charlotte's, she's going to be champion. We just got to accept it. It's going to happen. But overall, love seeing Asuka sign a long-term contract. Definitely think it's for the best of the WWE Women's Division on Raw or even SmackDown. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be great. Much like gravy, guys. It's good on everything. All right, so now we're going to jump on into our fifth and final segment. We're going to talk about Tuesdays today in wrestling history. We're going to drive myself. No, I'm going to pick you guys up in my DeLorean, gun it to 88 miles per hour. And where we're going, guys, we don't need no roads. We'll be back.